Welcome to Baja Window to the South. We are your hosts, Olga Sanchez de la Vega.
And I'm Denisse Garcia. And in this occasion, we're here at Zona Centro en la Avenida Revolución. And right now, we're going to have an interview because they're going to tell us about la Ruta Cafetera de Baja California. So let's
Come
go.
join us.
Denisse Jacobo, our favorite foodie, ladies and gentlemen. Oh my God, we're so excited to be here with you.
Excited to be here with you guys.
Finally together. And with this topic, I'm very excited. Who's not a coffee lover? Well, I am most definitely. And here is Denisse, who is going to tell us about La Ruta del Café. Right, Denisse?
Yes.
That is the exact name, Ruta Cafetera Baja California.
Ruta Cafetera Baja California. That is exactly correct. I'm so excited to be here with you guys. So excited. And to also share with everybody about this passport that we have in Tijuana regarding coffee. And to all the coffee lovers, they're going to love it.
And let me tell you, as a former barista, I am super excited to taste all the deliciousness in every single one of these locations. So get your passport. So tell us about this passport and tell us about the beautiful places and the taste and what are we going to expect?
Okay, so this project has been now for 2 months. And basically what Ruta Cafetera BC is trying to promote is community. So most of all, everybody that has traveled loves getting their stamps where they went, you know, where they travel and stuff. And it's the same thing with coffee. So this is an opportunity to, yes, get your stamp or your sticker and say that you've been there and getting bragging points. But also it's more of a diary as well, so that you can actually add, you know, what coffee did you like about a certain place, or if you like the place, the physical, or just the people, the service. So this is a great diary to add all that information and also to share with others. And
how fantastic is that?
Yeah.
Like I don't know, like we always brag about our Ruta del Vino, Ruta del Olive Oil, tenemos diferentes rutas. We have different routes, but to have a route exclusive for coffee and the coffee houses, I mean,
that's amazing.
What else can you expect?
You know, because you get to know a lot of places as well, and like you say, create this community sense and also the experience and share that. That's really
the
important.
smells.
It's like a new concept, right?
you're already imagining
Yes,
coffee.
the coffee.
and I had one too many today, so can you tell?
So there's approximately 18 coffee shops now that Ruta Cafetera is now collaborating with. And it is just starting with discounts. So if you get your passport, depending on which coffee shop, you'll receive a certain discount or maybe something free. You know, each coffee shop is different. So of course, if you get your passport, I want to see what I'm gonna get. I love this passport because I know there's others out there, but the reason that I decided to collab with them, it's because it's all about the experience. Yes. And as what I do, I love sharing with everybody the experience and getting their recommendations and everything. This is the same thing. They believe in experience and community, and not just my recommendations because I'm collabing with them, but also we want to hear about you. Like, what coffee shops do you like? What can you recommend? Tijuana is small and big at the same time, and there's so many places that I feel like we haven't discovered yet.
Exactly, Denisse.
And what if like you discover one and you need to tell me so that I need to add it on my passport?
Yeah.
I also want to mention that we recently went through like very hard times, and we went through a pandemic, which totally just made us isolate each other. So what a good way to create community using a coffee passport and just sharing with everybody, even with strangers, what this is all about.
150 pesos?
150 pesos, that's right. That's nothing. And I just want to say there is a coffee shop in particular where they're actually donating the money that they get here from this passport, they're donating it to a charity. So it's like I said, it's not just about money, stickers, and everything. It's about also community and helping the community in Tijuana. And also, like, you don't have to be a professional coffee junkie. You can just like coffee. You can be a professional to a beginner or not even like it. And I've bumped into so many people that because of this, they started to try out coffee.
Yes, most definitely.
Thank you so much for having me.
You are the best. Really appreciate it. Now we know.
And do you know that we are starting a brand new route? This is a different kind of route. It is a ferry from Ensenada to Sandiego and Sandiego to Ensenada. Ah! I'm so excited. Let's hear about this one.
Baja California has become a place that constantly receives tourists, most of them American, who enjoy its beaches, excellent gastronomy, and vibrant culture. However, some tourists are discouraged from exploring other municipalities due to traffic, chaos, and long traveling hours. To solve this problem, Baja California authorities announced the implementation of a ferry with Sandiego Ensenada destinations at the beginning of 2022, which concluded its pilot phase to assess its viability with success. Recently, the Secretary of Economy and Innovation of Baja California, Kurt Ignacio Honold Morales, expressed his optimism regarding the progress of this project, saying that it's expected that it can be implemented successfully long-term. As such, he said that the project has already been authorized by the United States. This ferry has a capacity for 300 people, though it won't transport vehicles from now as Sandiego doesn't have infrastructure in its bay to receive them. However, depending on the progress, this could be implemented in the future. According to what's being shared by Honold Morales, the permits so that this ferry can be traveled in the waters of both sides, Mexican and American, it's ready and authorized. The only thing remaining is how it will be carried out. Everything indicates that this project will begin operations in June 2023. In addition, he shared that he is in contact with authorities of Sandiego Port CBP and the Department of State so that everything continues without any delays. Regarding the ferry that will be used, it is purchased in Vancouver, Canada, and has almost all necessary permits. It only needs to be moved to Baja California. This ferry service will make movement of tourism between Sandiego and Ensenada much easier, allowing them to explore the region's municipalities without worrying about traffic or traveling times. This initiative has been well received by the entrepreneurs of tourism sector who hope that this project boosts the economy of the area.
And remember that coming soon, we're going to have the beautiful ferry from Sandiego to Ensenada and Ensenada back to Sandiego. So if you want to learn more about that, don't forget to continue to follow us. And now we're going to go with Victor Mendez, who's going to tell us everything about sports fishing here in the beautiful state of Baja California. And when it comes to sports fishing, we have no one better than the director of the entire state that is dedicated specifically for sports fishing here in beautiful Baja California. ¿Cómo estás?
Muy bien, muchas gracias.
Preséntate por favor aquí ante tu público, ante las cámaras, ante todos.
Saludos a todos, mi nombre es Víctor Méndez, jefe de pesca deportiva de la Secretaría de Pesca y Acuacultura del Estado de Baja California.
Así nada más.
Sí.
Muy seriosito. No, imagínense el puesto que tiene tan importante y me cuentas que tienes ya muchísimos años en la pesca deportiva, tú en tu vida profesional.
Sí, tenemos, además de que tenemos el gusto directamente por la pesca deportiva, soy aficionado, pero además pescador deportivo, ya tenemos más de 15 años trabajando en el tema de pesca deportiva, pues en todo el estado, ¿no? Todo el estado, recorriendo los lugares, los rincones, las marinas, los campos pesqueros, rampas, y donde haya pescado para practicar, ahí estamos.
¡Wow! Imagínense. ¿Y tienen ahorita unos torneos que vienen?
Sí, realmente tenemos alrededor de 11 torneos en el año, que es lo que marca un calendario oficial anual que tenemos. Sin embargo, los torneos próximos que tenemos en el estado son 2 torneos, que es uno en mayo y uno en junio. Pero hay un torneo muy importante que tenemos para este mes, ya a finales de este mes, que es el 26 del 27 y 28 de mayo, y es el torneo del Baja Bluefin Tournament.
Oh, ya lo vi anunciado.
¿Y qué te pareció?
Me encantó. ¿Cuántos países vienen? ¿Cuántas personas vienen? ¿Quiénes son los que se pueden inscribir?
Pues el torneo es un torneo internacional porque ya se tienen registros de participantes del estado, del país vecino que tenemos, y ya hay alrededor de 30 equipos inscritos,
wow.
30 embarcaciones inscritas.
Wow, de personas que vienen de Estados Unidos.
Sí, vienen de Estados Unidos, nos acompañan también de Sonora, gente de Sinaloa, gente de Baja Sur, nos acompañan a este torneo. Ya hay, como le digo, 30 equipos, 30 embarcaciones aproximadamente ahorita, inscritas oficialmente.
Wow, y esto va a ser aquí en Ensenada.
Sí, va a ser aquí en Ensenada, y justamente va a ser aquí, pues en este andador. Aquí va a ser el torneo, aquí van a ser las inscripciones, la pesca y toda la captura y todo el tema del pesaje va a ser en la Marina Baja Naval, pero básicamente va a ser en general aquí en estas instalaciones de Asipona, el torneo.
Y aquí estamos, vean qué belleza, pueden ver algunas embarcaciones aquí detrás de nosotros, pero estas personas, ya 30 equipos están inscritos, y sé que este torneo es muy importante en mayo, pero tienen otros torneos que también vienen en junio y en julio.
Sí, hay otros torneos que componen también lo que es el calendario anual, que son 11 torneos. Pero el próximo, después del torneo del Bluefin, es el torneo de la Copa Baja California, y es el primer torneo y se realiza en San Felipe, y ese torneo va a ser el 23 y el 24 de junio.
Wow, entonces como pueden ver hay muchísimos torneos, muchísimas cosas que pueden hacer, y dinos dónde se pueden inscribir, cómo pueden seguirlos.
Bueno, para el primer torneo que les mencioné, que es el torneo de la Baja Bluefin Tuna Tournament, hay una página especial que se llama así, del mismo nombre, se llama la página de Facebook, y ahí van a encontrar el correo y los teléfonos de contacto para que inmediatamente se puedan inscribir. Ahí.
Y no importa de qué país sean los que se pueden inscribir.
No importa, al contrario, que nos visiten de donde sea, que vengan, aquí estamos para recibirlos. Ensenada tiene muy buena pesca ahorita, vamos entrando a la temporada en sí de la pesca deportiva. Realmente tenemos alrededor de unas 20 especies de importancia para la pesca deportiva en el estado, y muchas de ellas están aquí en Ensenada. Pues vengan a Baja California. Baja California realmente tiene más de 1,500 kilómetros de litoral costero, tiene muy buenos campos pesqueros, tiene muy buenos destinos. Hay 6 destinos principales para la pesca deportiva, que son San Felipe, San Luis Gonzaga en el Mar de Cortés, Valle de Los Ángeles, está San Quintín, Heréndida y también Ensenada. Vengan a pescar, lo van a disfrutar. Ahorita está iniciando la temporada, vengan a disfrutar de los torneos de pesca deportiva, vengan y contraten y renten un servicio. No se van a arrepentir. Baja California tiene muy buena pesca, sus mares y sus peces son de lo mejor. Así que espero que lo disfruten y nos acompañen.
And thank you, Victor Hugo, for inviting us to the beautiful state of Baja California and sports fishing. What a beauty. Now we're going to go to Tijuana with Denisse, who is going to tell us about medical and everything associated with that with ITC.
Hello everyone. Today, back a window to the south, it's here at ITC, the Immunity Therapy Center, and Dr. Adolfo Carrillo is here with us, and he's going to tell us about the importance of the medical records. And I can't wait to talk to him. He is a great doctor. He's very charismatic. He's been working with Dr. Batista for 6 years now. And well, let's see what he has to say about that. Hello, doctor. How are you today?
Fine, thank you. Happy to be here with you.
Oh my God, I'm so happy to be here with you as well. Thank you so much for this interview. And doctor, I would like to start by you telling us, what does a patient's past medical record contains?
The past medical records, they contain very valuable information, right? From the full name, age, birth date, their jobs, past medical history on the family, their own past medical history, current medication, the current problems, blood work studies, everything that it's been from the beginning towards the current problem, right?
Excellent. And how does a patient's past medical record assist you in helping the patient?
They'll help a lot, actually, help us to get a whole picture of the problem, help us to understand previous treatments that they received, what worked, what not, helps me to customize their program. So it's very helpful for getting them the proper treatment that they need.
Yeah, most definitely. I can't imagine. I mean, it's like the record right over there, right? And can innocent wrong treatment decisions be made by a doctor that it's like unaware of a patient past medical record or drug interaction which the patient does not even remember?
Definitely. Most important there, I would say, infections, previous infections that antibiotics didn't work, allergies as well. If we don't know, are aware of that, we can prescribe something that can harm them, or treatments that will interfere with their current medication. So definitely it could happen if we don't know the whole situation, right?
Oh, yes, of course. I mean, I can imagine. And since medical records are critical to the patient's care, do you recommend for patients to keep personal possessions of their medical records?
Of course. I've had patients, or the recommendations either physically or digital, right? But I've had patients before where they have a whole folder with all medical notes, the report from scans, blood work, treatment, folders like this. So it's very helpful for me to know the full history. Definitely I'll recommend to have something like that.
So, doctor, about the U.S. HIPAA laws govern U.S. citizen records, does Mexico have something similar?
We do. It's called COFEPRIS, and it would be the translation in Federal Commission of Protection Against Sanitary Risks. They're in charge of the medical records in Mexico.
Excellent. And since in Mexico has become a primary international destination for cancer care, especially for U.S. and Canadian citizens, how long does Mexican government require you to keep a patient chart of in a medical record?
Legally, it's 5 years. If it's more than that, we can dispose from those records, but maximum 5 years.
Okay, so 5 years. And do you provide new patient medical intake forms in the English language?
Definitely. Of course, that on our files it has to be in Spanish since we're in Mexico, but we provide them with copies in English so they can understand what they're going to sign and what they're here.
And that it's, great, just amazing that you're bilingual, right?
Yes.
So you just managed to, speak in English and Spanish.
Of course, that's one of the requirements. Everyone here in the building speaks both English
bilingual.
and Spanish.
Wow, something else. Great about ITC, most definitely. And doctor, when once someone become an ITC patient, will you add to their medical records in English or Spanish?
Well, both. In our files, again, has to be in Spanish legally, but for them, when it's time for the discharge or when we give them reports from the scans, blood work, everything, it's in English for them so they can understand too what's the situation.
Great. Like I said, that's a great, it's a plus, most definitely. Okay, doctor, will you translate the patient's ITC medical records into English for them to take back home with them?
Definitely. At the end of the treatment, we give them all the records, what they brought and what we have, the new ones, in English so they can have them as well. Excellent.
And will you provide the patient with copies of any image study done in Mexico, like PET, CT scans, MRIs, etc.?
Yeah, we do. Mainly it's physically, and the US is mainly digital. Everything it's online, but here in Mexico we're going to give them the records physically, both images and reports.
And doctor, tell me, do you explain to the patients what your medical records mean so they can explain to their US or Canadian-based medical doctors?
Yes, through the whole program we are explaining them constantly their blood work, their new studies, and at the end of the program we have a final meeting where we give them the medical summary, again, the reports, images, and we explain everything again, so they're aware of the whole situation and where we are at that point.
Most definitely. And can a US or Canadian-based medical doctor contact you to discuss the medical records you created for the US or Canadian patient while they were under your care?
Of course, we're open. Anything we can do for our patients. If the doctor has questions on treatments or anything, they can call us for sure.
Dr. Adolfo Carrillo, thank you so much for this interview. I think this was very helpful. I believe that ITC, you have the best treatment, I can tell, and I hope you see you again anytime soon. All right? Wishing you all the best.
Thank you very much for the interview, and hopefully we'll do this again.
Most definitely, and thank you for joining us here at ITC in Baja Window to the South.
Thank you, Denisse, for that interview with ITC. The more you know about medical tourism here in Baja California, and continue to follow us at Baja Window to the South. Now we're going to go to Valle de Guadalupe with Denisse, and she's gonna give us more information about the deliciousness that we have there.
Hi everybody, today we're at a new spot that is Magoni, Bodegas Magoni, and today we're gonna try out their wine. Never been here before, so if you haven't been here, I'm on your side because I am so excited to try out their wine, their tasting. So come and join me today and we're gonna discover new flavors, new wine. So let's go, come on. So we are now at our wine tasting, you guys, and I'm joined by Gladys.
Hello.
Thank you so much for joining us, for having us. And we're gonna talk about a little bit about the tasting.
Here at Bodegas Magoni, we are a project that we have been open since 6 years ago now, but we have plenty of history in Valle de Guadalupe. So we manage around 13 bottles that are available for the public, but we are a project that we are always in developing. So we have plenty of new bottles every single year.
Oh, wow.
For now, we will be trying a little bit from Casa Magoni line, which is a little bit of our classic line.
So we're gonna start with our first one that we have here. Gladys, do us the honors.
Yeah, so we'll be starting with Manas. Manas is actually a blend. It's not the name of the grape. Here we have a blend of 2 varieties. We have 80% of Viognier, which is a French variety, and 20% of Fiano, which is an Italian one.
Cheers, you guys. It does, I definitely taste the apple.
Okay.
Super delicious. It's just a little bit bitter for me. I definitely noticed that when you poured it and I smelled it, the notes were more stronger than when you like stir it out. It does smell a little bit more like relaxed, but in the mouth it tastes delicious. You know? So this was a really good one.
I'm glad you're liking it.
So now we are at our second one, and what is it?
Well, now we will continue with our second white wine. Here we're having a blend of 80% of Chardonnay with 20% of Vermentino. We find again this combination between French and Italian varieties.
Cheers. Also, who doesn't love a good Chardonnay? I feel like it's the most popular one.
It is.
But it's so fruity. I love it. It's so delicious.
Now we will be trying a wine that is made out of a single grape. We have been trying some blends, but here we have a 100% Sauvignon Blanc. So in a difference between the last two, here we're going to find a wine that has a little bit more of this herbal and green tones in the nose. That reminds us a little bit to the basil, the grass, so it's kind of minty. We also have a lot of grapefruit.
Ooh, we're gonna try a little bit of apple. That's how it is. It does smell more smoother, so I'm intrigued. Cheers. Ooh, it is smooth. Oh my God, it's really good. So with this, definitely without this, it tastes even better. Tell us about this rosé.
This wine, in the aromatic profile, we will be having a lot of rose water, which is one of the characteristics of this rosé. Also a little bit of strawberry, cranberry, and berries in general.
Ooh, we're just gonna taste it with this one. I'm just gonna try it out. And so now, the rosé. Oh, delicious. Yes, it does taste a little dry, but the flavors are very just like pow. And I love it. This is a good one.
Now we're stepping into the reds. We are following the same order from the lightest to the heaviest wine. So this is one of the youngest wine that we have in the winery.
So Cheers, you guys. We're gonna taste this. Oh, it smells sweet.
Yes. We'll be having a little bit of fresh strawberries, some vanilla.
Oh my God. Usually, Cabernets for me are very dry, but this one is pretty good. What's next?
Well, now we'll be trying one of the most popular wines that we have here, which is Origin 43. And Origin 43 it's a blend of 5 grapes all together in a single bottle.
So, here's you guys.
So, this is one of the first, well, second wine that has a name here. Origin 43 has this name because it's named after the parallel that crosses the Tuscany. The latitude 43, it's where these grapes come from.
Wow. This is really good.
This is another one of our price labels. Here we'll be having a blend of 60% Merlot and 40% of Malbec.
So we're gonna try it out. Oh my God, it smells so good. Cheers, you guys. Super good. Gladys has something really special for us. So talk to us about the Nebbiolo comparison.
Yes, of course. Here at Magoni, we have 2 Nebbiolos. In this case, you will be trying the Nebbiolo from the classic line, and this is a little bit different from the other one.
The first one we have,
Nebbiolo from Baja, 18 months, aging in American oak barrel. We're having a lot of black fruits like the prawns, also a little bit of cranberry.
I did taste that.
Yeah.
Yes.
This is a Nebbiolo that it's a little bit more complex and elegant in the aroma. We're having some dried fruits just as dates. We also have a little bit of nuts. And this is a wine that reminds us a lot to the fig.
Definitely am a fan and still am of Nebbiolos. Thank you so much for this amazing experience. I totally appreciate it. And let our public know where can they find you?
Well, to find us on Instagram, Facebook, TripAdvisor as well. You can find us as Bodegas Magoni.
Cheers,
guys.
and I can't wait to come back.
We will be waiting for you.
Thank you so much. Bye, guys.
Thank you so much, Denisse Jacobo, for this wonderful interview in Casa Magoni. I just love it. And right now, we are going with, specialists on this topic. They're going to tell us about a program that is available. So if you have a tourist visa here in Mexico as an American citizen and you want the temporary residency, here are the steps we're gonna show you. About your legal status in Mexico as a U.S. citizen. Did you know there's a special program available right now where you can obtain a temporary residence card?
We know that right now there are a lot of U.S. citizens living here in Baja California with a tourist permit. So right now, the National Immigration Institute, they have a special program available right now where you can get a temporary residence card. This is a very good option for all of them because you avoid the part of going to a Mexican consulate or embassy. And this is a very friendly program because you don't have to present any type of documents proving economic solvency, family ties, job offer. So it's very convenient. This is not a type of procedure that is always available. It's going to be, it's still going to be for the end of the year. We think.
Allegedly.
We don't know yet if next year is going to still available, but it's a very good option.
A lot of things changed during and after the pandemic, so this program wasn't available back then, and the Mexican government doesn't know exactly until when this program is going to be available. So you can take advantage of it right now, and it's super easy.
And it's super easy. You just gotta maintain your FMM tourist permits every time you come to the country, because the only thing that you need is to have history history that you've obtained those FMMs. And when you're ready and you want to move forward with your residency, you just got to approach us. And we will be able to tell you with your stamps on your passport book if you can qualify or cannot qualify, or when can you qualify, right? This in the event that you do not qualify with your income at that moment, or because you just don't want the hassle. You want someone to hold your hand through the entire process, and that's why Alejandra and myself, Esti, are here to help you guys. We will walk you through the entire process. We will start from A to Z to this procedure. Alejandra or myself will be going in with you to the interview at the immigration office. This in Mexico, not in the United States. We're forgetting completely about the United States, only in Mexico. We will start with you, we will prep all the documentation, we will prep you, we will go with you to the interview. After the interview, we will also hold your hand and get fingerprints and pictures, and we will deliver the card at the most convenient place for you.
So if you're interested in getting temporary residence in Mexico, now you know about this option. For all U.S. citizens, this program is available now until the end of 2023. Well, now you know about this program if you want the temporary residency. And remember to get your FMM every time you get into the country.
And we are here with Julián Plascencia. Julián. Ow! And he's inviting us to the Tijuana Jazz Festival here in Tijuana, Baja California. So let's learn more about this. And I am super excited. ¿Cómo estás?
Bien, thank you. I'm great and excited for this new festival because we're finally bringing it back to the historic Avenida Revolución on Memorial Day weekend, Sunday the 28th. And we started back in 2011, and then after some years, we changed venue.
Yeah.
And then the pandemic hit, of course. And so we're thrilled to bring it back. A lot of people miss the fact that it's here in downtown Tijuana.
And it makes it so extraordinary. So what is everybody going to expect? Like how many bands are going to be here? What's the schedule like? How does it look like?
We start Sunday at 1, and we're going to start with some students who study at the Centro de Artes Musicales in Tijuana, and they study jazz, they study contemporary music. So the teachers and the students are going to present a couple of ensembles, I think around 3 ensembles. And then we continue with local great bands who represent the jazz scene here in Tijuana and Ensenada.
That is so exciting.
And we have a little bit of the different subgenres. We have a big band, Tico's Jazz Big Band, which is one of the oldest big bands in recent years here in Tijuana. We also have a great band from Ensenada, Petit Comité. We have a really good contemporary fusion band, Señales Elañas, and a couple of other projects. We have the house band, Praga Jazz Ensemble, and also, of course, Latin jazz. We are in Mexico and we like Latin jazz.
I'm so excited. I already got the chills. And tell us about this beautiful place.
This place, we just turned 10 years that we opened, and it was inspired by the city of Prague and also by Franz Kafka, which is one of my favorite writers that I learned about him when I was in boarding school in Orange, California, and in a kind of like a monastery type school.
Right.
And ever since, I've always been a really huge fan of him. And when I first got to visit the city of Prague, I went around to the places where Franz Kafka used to, hang out and with other writers and other personalities.
How exciting.
Yeah, and I really wanted to bring like the essence of those like huge cafes to Tijuana.
And you can feel it. You can feel it with the art, you can feel it with the architecture, and just the fact that you have all this, I mean, it's exciting. And then when you listen to the jazz here, And not only jazz, you guys play different things here, but right now we're
Sure.
I mean, when I hear jazz here, is like I don't even know where I'm at, and it's just an invitation and to just be part of something magical. It's like if I'm being transformed into another, I don't know, another dimension.
Thank you. Yeah, we have jazz here at the cafe on Thursdays. We also have blues on Saturdays, and also other styles of music depending on the month. But we have trova, we have tango, and it's exciting to be able to present that to the community here and to all those who visit Tijuana.
And thank you for doing that.
Oh,
so the place where we're gonna have the jazz festival, the Tijuana Jazz Festival, is going to be here right in front.
Right, it's right across from the historic Caesar's Hotel and Caesar's Restaurant. It's Avenida Revolucion between 4th and 5th Avenue. It's the heart of downtown Tijuana, and it's on Sunday, May 28th.
Beautiful. How can we follow you? How can we learn more about this and any other events that you might be happening or that might be coming?
We have we're on Facebook and Instagram as Tijuana Jazz Festival. Also Facebook and Instagram for Caesar's Restaurant and for Praga Cafe. You can find all the information there. There's a cost to the ticket this year, 450 pesos, but it includes this wonderful commemorative glass of wine, and of course with some wine that is going to be provided by Elea Cheto.
Oh, nice!
So
Thank you.
you not only get the music, the great music, but also you get to take something home.
And it's a beautiful glass.
It's a beautiful glass. It has the Caesar's Restaurant logo and also the Tijuana Jazz Festival logo. So I think it's going to be great. And there's also going to be some food. We have a Casa Plascencia food truck. We have other vendors that are going to join us, like from pretzels, craft beer, wine, of course.
And it is your festival,
Yes.
so you already know the food and the wine and the ambience and everything is going to be amazing. What a perfect and beautiful opportunity for us. And thank you so much for the invitation.
No, thank you. So we'll see you all there.
There you go. We'll see you there.
Thank you so much for joining us this week in Baja Window to the South. Please like us, share our show. Any comment is more than welcome, and see you next week.